The journey towards understanding our own being is inextricably linked to understanding how that being is constructed. We are not born with fully formed identities. Rather, our sense of self emerges gradually, shaped by a complex interplay of social and psychological influences. This intricate process, the construction of self, is a lifelong endeavor, a dynamic and ever-evolving narrative woven from the threads of our experiences, relationships, and the cultural context that surround us. One of the most significant influences on the construction of self is our family. From the earliest moments of life, our interactions with parents, siblings, and extended family members profoundly shape our understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. The messages we receive, both explicitly and implicitly, about our abilities, worth, and potential deeply impact our self-esteem and sense of self-efficacy. A supportive and nurturing family environment often fosters a positive self-image, while a dysfunctional or emotionally neglectful environment can lead to feelings of inadequacy and low self-worth. The attachment styles we develop in childhood, based on the quality of our early relationships, profoundly influence our capacity for intimacy, trust, and self-regulation throughout life. Secure attachment, characterized by a sense of safety and security in relationships, typically contributes to a more positive and stable sense of self, while insecure attachment styles can lead to anxieties, difficulties in forming close relationships, and a more fragile sense of self. Beyond the immediate family, the broader cultural context plays a crucial role in shaping our identities. Culture provides us with a framework for understanding the world, including our place within it. It dictates social norms, values, beliefs, and expectations, subtly yet powerfully shaping our self-perceptions and behaviors. Cultural narratives, stories, and myths that we internalize become integral parts of our self-understanding. For instance, a culture that values individualism will likely foster a sense of self that emphasizes independence, self-reliance, and achievement, whereas a collectivist culture might cultivate a stronger sense of interdependence, group harmony, and social responsibility. Cultural norms also influence our gender roles, our expectations for success, and our understanding of appropriate social behaviors. These deeply ingrained cultural influences subtly shape our aspirations, our self-concept, and how we present ourselves to the world. Understanding these cultural forces becomes crucial in deciphering the complexities of self-construction, acknowledging that even our seemingly personal choices are often reflections of the larger cultural landscape. Personal experiences, both positive and negative, contribute significantly to the ongoing construction of self. These experiences range from major life events like significant losses or traumas to seemingly minor daily occurrences. How we interpret and make sense of these experiences profoundly shapes our self-perception and our understanding of the world. The process of making meaning from our experiences is a central aspect of self-construction. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, is crucial in this process. Individuals who successfully navigate significant challenges often develop a stronger sense of self-efficacy and a greater appreciation for their own strength and resilience. On the other hand, those who struggle to process negative experiences might develop a more negative self-image or become trapped in patterns of self-defeating behavior. The process of narrative construction, actively reflecting on our experiences and weaving them into a coherent life story, is essential for integrating both positive and negative events into a cohesive sense of self. This reflective process enables us to learn from past experiences, to understand our strengths and weaknesses, and to continually shape and redefine our self-narrative. Furthermore, our social interactions significantly impact the construction of self. The feedback we receive from others, both positive and negative, influences how we perceive ourselves and our place in the world. The social comparison process, where we compare ourselves to others, plays a crucial role in shaping our self-esteem and our sense of belonging. This comparison can be a source of motivation and inspiration, but it can also lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt if we consistently compare ourselves unfavorably to others. Social identity theory highlights the significance of group membership in shaping our sense of self. Our identification with particular groups, be it based on ethnicity, nationality, religion, profession, or shared interests, contributes significantly to our sense of belonging, self-esteem, and social identity. This group affiliation shapes not only how we see ourselves, but also how we interact with others, both within and outside our in-groups. The psychological processes involved in the construction of self are equally significant. Our cognitive schemas, our mental frameworks for understanding the world, profoundly influence how we process information and perceive ourselves. These schemas develop over time based on our experiences and are often resistant to change. Our self-schemas, the specific schemas related to our sense of self, guide our self-perceptions and influence our behaviors. These schemas can be both positive and negative, shaping our expectations of ourselves and others. Self-esteem, a crucial aspect of our self-concept, is influenced by our self-schemas, our social comparisons, and our social feedback. A strong and stable sense of self-esteem enhances our resilience and overall well-being, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and confidence. Moreover, our motivations and goals significantly impact our sense of self. The pursuit of personal goals, whether they are related to our careers, relationships, or personal development, contributes to our sense of purpose and self-worth. The achievement of goals, no matter how small, enhances our self-efficacy and contributes to a more positive self-image. Conversely, the consistent failure to achieve desired goals can lead to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem, potentially hindering our personal growth and hindering the healthy development of our self-concept. The interplay between our intrinsic and extrinsic motivations also plays a crucial role. Intrinsically motivated pursuits, driven by personal interest and enjoyment, often lead to greater satisfaction and self-discovery, whereas extrinsically motivated actions, driven by external rewards or pressures, may lead to less fulfillment and a weaker sense of self-efficacy. Furthermore, the process of self-reflection plays a crucial role in shaping our identities. Through introspection and self-examination, we gain a deeper understanding of our values, beliefs, strengths, and weaknesses. This process of self-awareness allows us to make conscious choices about our lives and to actively shape our own identities rather than passively accepting predefined roles or expectations. Techniques such as journaling, mindfulness practices, and therapy can facilitate this process of self-reflection, allowing us to gain clarity, resolve internal conflicts, and develop a more integrated and coherent sense of self. Self-reflection enables us to identify areas where we need to grow and to develop strategies for making positive changes in our lives. In conclusion, the construction of self is a complex and dynamic process that is shaped by a multitude of factors, including family, culture, personal experiences, social interactions, and psychological processes. It is a lifelong journey of self-discovery, self-understanding, and continuous growth. By actively engaging in self-reflection, and by understanding the various forces that shape our sense of self, we can gain a deeper appreciation for our own unique identities and develop a more authentic and fulfilling life. This understanding allows us not only to navigate the complexities of our own being, but to foster greater empathy and understanding of others, acknowledging the unique and multifaceted journeys of self-construction that shape every individual's experience of existence. The recognition that ourselves are not static entities, but rather evolving narratives, continuously shaped by our interactions with the world, is a crucial step towards living a more intentional and meaningful life. Exploring the inner landscape of self-awareness is akin to embarking on a voyage of discovery, a journey inward to unearth the fundamental values and beliefs that shape our perceptions, decisions, and ultimately, our lives. This process is not merely an intellectual exercise. It's a deeply personal and transformative endeavor that requires honest introspection, a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths, and a commitment to continuous growth. One of the most effective tools for enhancing self-awareness is introspection, the practice of turning one's attention inward to examine one's own thoughts, feelings, and motivations. This is not a passive observation, but an active process of questioning, analyzing, and interpreting our inner world. It involves delving beneath the surface of our immediate reactions and exploring the underlying reasons for our beliefs and behaviors. For example, consider a situation where you feel a surge of anger. Instead of simply acknowledging the anger, introspection encourages you to explore the root cause. Was it a specific action by someone else, a perceived injustice, or a deeper-seated insecurity? By diligently questioning the origins of our emotional responses, we begin to unravel the complex web of beliefs and values that influence our reactions. Introspection is best supported by a consistent practice of journaling. Regular journaling provides a space for unfiltered self-expression, allowing us to record our thoughts, feelings, and experiences without judgment. The act of writing itself can be surprisingly therapeutic, serving as a catalyst for self-reflection and a pathway to understanding our inner world. It's not about crafting perfect prose, but about honestly documenting our inner landscape. Over time, patterns and recurring themes may emerge from our journal entries, offering valuable insights into our beliefs, values, and recurring emotional responses. By reviewing past entries, we can identify patterns in our behavior, understand our emotional triggers, and track the evolution of our perspectives over time. Journaling can also serve as a valuable tool for processing difficult experiences, allowing us to make sense of past traumas or challenges and integrate them into our self-narrative. For instance, consistently recording our reactions to stressful situations can reveal underlying coping mechanisms or highlight areas where we may be vulnerable. A journal entry might document a particularly challenging workday, not only detailing the events but also exploring the feelings associated with them: frustration, anxiety, or resentment. By reflecting on these entries, we can identify specific triggers and develop healthier strategies for managing stress in the future. This process fosters self-compassion and enables us to develop more effective coping mechanisms. Journaling encourages us to acknowledge and accept our imperfections, recognizing that personal growth is an ongoing process rather than a... However, introspection and journaling alone can only offer a partial understanding of ourselves. To gain a truly comprehensive perspective, we must also seek feedback from others. The perspectives of those around us can illuminate aspects of ourselves that are often hidden from our own view. These perspectives can be challenging to receive, particularly if they contradict our own self-image, but they are crucial for gaining a more balanced and realistic sense of self. It is essential to approach feedback with an open mind, seeking to understand the other person's viewpoint rather than becoming defensive. Choosing the right individuals for feedback is crucial. Select people who are trusted and who possess a strong understanding of your character and behavior. These people should feel comfortable offering both constructive criticism and positive reinforcement. This process could involve asking specific questions about your behavior in certain situations, or seeking general impressions of your personality and character traits. The goal is not to seek validation, but to gain a richer understanding of how others perceive you and how your actions and behavior align with your self-perception. Consider an example of a person struggling with assertiveness. They might perceive themselves as assertive, but consistent feedback from their colleagues might indicate that they frequently fail to express their needs or opinions effectively in group settings. This feedback, while potentially uncomfortable, offers an invaluable opportunity for self-improvement. This person could reflect upon the feedback, identify specific areas for improvement, and develop strategies to become more assertive. This process of incorporating external feedback enhances self-awareness by providing alternative perspectives, challenging our biases, and leading to more nuanced self-understanding. Identifying our core values and beliefs forms a cornerstone of self-awareness. Values represent our deeply held principles that guide our actions and choices, acting as a moral compass that directs our behavior and influences our sense of purpose. Beliefs, on the other hand, are our convictions about the world, ourselves, and other people. They are our interpretations of reality, shaping our expectations and how we interact with the world around us. Understanding these fundamental elements of our identity is crucial for aligning our actions with our values and ensuring a sense of internal consistency in our lives. To identify our core values, we can employ several techniques. One method is to consider past decisions, reflecting on the guiding principles that shape those choices. What mattered most when making those decisions? What principles, beliefs, or values drove your decision-making process? Was it a sense of loyalty, fairness, integrity, or courage? What motivated you? What were your priorities? These fundamental values often dictate our choices, even when we're not consciously aware of their influence. Another technique involves considering situations that evoked strong emotional responses. What were the underlying values that were violated or threatened? What values caused you to react so strongly? For example, A strong sense of injustice might reveal a deep commitment to fairness, whereas outrage at betrayal might reflect a value of loyalty and trustworthiness. By analyzing these emotional responses, we can gain valuable insights into our deeply held values. Identifying our beliefs is equally important. We can start by reflecting on our worldview, considering our beliefs about the nature of reality, the purpose of life, and the role of humans in the universe. These fundamental beliefs often shape our perceptions of ourselves and others. For example, a belief in the inherent goodness of people might lead us to approach others with greater trust and empathy, whereas a belief in a competitive and unforgiving world might lead to a more guarded and defensive approach to social interactions. Furthermore, reflecting on our personal narratives, our individual life stories, can help us unveil our underlying beliefs and values. These narratives, often unconsciously shaped, reveal a complex tapestry of our personal experiences, contributing significantly to our understanding of who we are. Analyzing our life stories can help us understand how we've made sense of significant events, how we've arrived at our present-day beliefs, and what patterns, themes, or values seem to consistently show up in our life journey. In conclusion, the journey towards self-awareness is a continuous process of exploration and discovery. Through introspection, journaling, seeking feedback from others, and actively identifying our core values and beliefs, we can gain a richer understanding of ourselves. This understanding is not simply an intellectual exercise, it's the cornerstone of personal growth, enabling us to live more authentic and fulfilling lives, to build healthier relationships, and to make more conscious and meaningful choices that align with our deepest values. It is a journey that demands courage, honesty, and a persistent commitment to self-examination, but it's a journey that yields immeasurable rewards. The more deeply we understand ourselves, the better equipped we are to navigate the complexities of life and to create a life truly aligned with our authentic selves. The journey of self-discovery, as we have explored, involves a deep dive into our inner world, meticulously examining our thoughts, feelings, and motivations. However, this inward journey is often complicated by external forces, specifically the pervasive pressures of society. These pressures can subtly, and sometimes not so subtly, shape our sense of self, often creating a significant disconnect between our true selves and the personas we present to the world. This section delves into the crucial importance of authenticity and self-acceptance in bridging this gap and fostering a stronger, more resilient sense of self. Authenticity, at its core, is about living in alignment with our values, beliefs, and passions. It's about embracing our unique strengths and weaknesses, acknowledging our imperfections, and refusing to compromise our integrity to fit into predefined societal molds. It requires a conscious decision to prioritize our internal compass over external expectations. Society, with its myriad of expectations and norms, often exerts immense pressure on individuals to conform. We are bombarded with messages, both implicit and explicit, about how we should be, the ideal body type, the perfect career path, the flawless relationship. These messages can be incredibly insidious, subtly shaping our self-perception and leading us to suppress aspects of ourselves that don't align with these idealized images. This pressure to conform can manifest in numerous ways. Consider the young adult who feels compelled to pursue a lucrative career in law or medicine, despite harboring a deep passion for art or music. Or the individual who consistently suppresses their true feelings and opinions to avoid conflict or maintain social harmony. These are but a few examples of how societal pressures can lead to a profound sense of dissonance between our inner selves and our outward presentations. The consequences of this disconnect can be far-reaching, leading to feelings of emptiness, frustration, anxiety, and even depression. The pursuit of an externally validated sense of self, built on fleeting trends and superficial accomplishments, can leave a profound void in its wake. Self-acceptance, a vital complement to authenticity, is about recognizing and embracing all aspects of ourselves, our strengths, weaknesses, and vulnerabilities. It's about acknowledging our imperfections without judgment, recognizing that our flaws are an integral part of our humanness. Self-acceptance doesn't imply complacency. It's not about passively accepting everything that is. Rather, it involves a conscious and compassionate approach to our own imperfections, understanding that personal growth is an ongoing process of learning adapting, and evolving. Self-acceptance is about forgiving ourselves for our past mistakes and embracing our present selves with kindness and understanding. One of the biggest obstacles to self-acceptance stems from the internalized criticisms we absorb from others throughout our lives. Harsh words from parents, teachers, or peers can deeply wound our self-esteem, creating a negative self-image that can linger for years, even decades. These criticisms, often internalized unconsciously, can become a powerful voice within us, constantly questioning our worth and undermining our efforts towards self-improvement. Overcoming this internalized negativity requires conscious effort, self-compassion, and a commitment to challenging those negative self-narratives. This process involves actively replacing negative thoughts with more positive and realistic ones. For example, if you find yourself constantly criticizing your appearance, try to challenge those thoughts by focusing on your positive attributes, both physical and personal. Instead of focusing on perceived flaws, acknowledge your strengths and appreciate what your body does for you. This is not about developing unrealistic levels of self-esteem, but about cultivating a more balanced and realistic perspective. It's about recognizing that your worth is not determined by your physical appearance or by external validation, but by your inherent value as a human being. Another significant barrier to self-acceptance is the tendency to compare ourselves to others. Social media, in particular, fuels this comparison, showcasing a curated and often unrealistic portrayal of other people's lives. This constant comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy, envy, and self-doubt, undermining our sense of self-worth. To combat this, it's crucial to cultivate a more mindful approach to social media, being aware of its potential to distort our perceptions of reality. It's also important to actively focus on our own progress and achievements, rather than measuring ourselves against others. Cultivating self-compassion is an essential step in the journey towards self-acceptance. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same kindness, understanding, and empathy that we would offer a close friend struggling with similar challenges. It's about recognizing our common humanity, acknowledging that we are all imperfect beings, and offering ourselves the same support and encouragement that we would extend to someone else. This involves speaking to ourselves with kindness, acknowledging our suffering without judgment, and reminding ourselves that we are not alone in our struggles. The path towards authenticity and self-acceptance is not a destination, but a journey. It's a continuous process of self-discovery, requiring ongoing introspection, self-reflection, and a commitment to personal growth. This journey involves confronting uncomfortable truths about ourselves, challenging negative self-narratives, and consciously choosing to live in alignment with our values and beliefs. It involves setting healthy boundaries, rejecting societal pressures that compromise our integrity, and embracing our imperfections with compassion and understanding. This is a journey of self-love, of honoring our unique selves, and of celebrating our authentic expressions, even in the face of criticism. The benefits of embracing authenticity and self-acceptance are profound. When we live authentically, we experience a deeper sense of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. We feel more connected to ourselves and to others. Our relationships become more genuine and meaningful, free from the pretense and superficiality that often accompany a life lived out of alignment with our true selves. Self-acceptance, in turn, fosters resilience, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with greater strength and equanimity. It allows us to approach our imperfections not with shame or self-criticism, but with understanding and compassion, recognizing that our flaws are integral parts of our unique and valuable selves. Ultimately, the journey of self-discovery culminates in a deeper understanding of our authentic selves and a profound acceptance of who we are, flaws and all. This journey is not always easy. It requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths, but the rewards are immeasurable. By embracing our true selves, we unlock a greater sense of freedom, happiness, and fulfillment. We develop a stronger sense of self-worth, unshakable by external pressures and opinions. We forge more authentic and meaningful relationships, founded on genuine connection and mutual respect. And we live a life aligned with our deepest values and passions, creating a life that is truly our own. This is the essence of a life well lived, a life lived authentically and with self-acceptance at its heart. The journey inward is a lifelong endeavor, one that demands consistent self-reflection and the courage to embrace the ever-evolving nature of the self. It is a journey of constant growth, deepening understanding, and the profound satisfaction of living a life that reflects the truest essence of who you are. Personal growth, unlike reaching a fixed destination, is an ongoing journey. It's a continuous process of learning, adapting, and evolving, a dynamic interplay between our inner selves and the ever-changing external world. This continuous evolution is not merely about accumulating knowledge or achieving external markers of success. It's about deepening our self-awareness, refining our values, and strengthening our capacity for resilience and compassion. Embracing this ongoing journey requires a shift in perspective, moving away from the idea of a static, fixed identity toward a fluid, ever-developing sense of self. One crucial aspect of this continuous growth is the ability to embrace change. Life, by its very nature, is unpredictable. Unexpected challenges, setbacks, and opportunities constantly reshape our experiences and perspectives. Those who resist change, clinging to outdated beliefs or rigid self-images, often find themselves stuck in patterns of stagnation and unhappiness. Embracing change, however, requires courage and vulnerability. It demands a willingness to let go of the familiar, to step outside our comfort zones, and to confront the unknown with openness and curiosity. This doesn't imply a reckless abandonment of all that is stable, but rather a conscious choice to adapt and evolve in response to life's inevitable shifts. Learning from experiences is another fundamental aspect of personal growth. Every experience, whether positive or negative, offers invaluable lessons if we approach it with a reflective mindset. Positive experiences can reinforce our strengths and values, while negative experiences, although painful, can offer profound insights into our vulnerabilities and blind spots. The key is to avoid dwelling on the negativity itself, but rather to extract the underlying lessons and apply them to future situations. This process of reflection involves critically examining our actions, motivations, and emotions in various situations. Journaling, meditation, or simply taking time for quiet contemplation can facilitate this process of self-examination. By analyzing our experiences, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, our strengths, weaknesses, and patterns of behavior. This self-knowledge, in turn, empowers us to make more conscious choices in the future and to navigate challenges with greater wisdom and resilience. Continuous striving towards self-improvement is not about reaching an unattainable ideal of perfection. It's about consistently striving to become the best version of ourselves. This requires a commitment to ongoing learning, both personally and professionally. This may involve pursuing new hobbies, taking classes, reading widely, or simply engaging in activities that stimulate our intellectual and emotional growth. It also includes actively seeking feedback from trusted sources, allowing ourselves to be challenged and pushed beyond our limitations. The crucial element is a commitment to lifelong learning, recognizing that personal growth is a continuous process, never truly complete. This necessitates a healthy dose of self-compassion. We need to accept that we will make mistakes and learn from them, rather than becoming discouraged or falling into negative self-talk. Setting realistic goals, breaking down large tasks into smaller, manageable steps, and celebrating small victories along the way are all important strategies for fostering this ongoing process of self-improvement. The interplay between our internal world and external influences is central to personal growth. While introspection and self-reflection are vital, we must also be mindful of the impact of our environment and relationships on our development. Toxic relationships, demanding work environments, and societal pressures can all significantly impede our progress. Learning to set healthy boundaries, to prioritize our well-being, and to choose our environments wisely are critical components of fostering personal growth. This might involve seeking out supportive relationships, setting limits with individuals who are draining or negative, or making changes in our work or social life that create more space for personal growth. The concept of flow, popularized by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, highlights the importance of finding activities that challenge us yet remain within our capabilities. When we engage in activities that tap into our skills and passions, we experience a state of focused concentration and deep satisfaction. These experiences are not just enjoyable, they're also deeply enriching and contribute significantly to our sense of self-worth and purpose. Identifying these flow experiences is a key component of personal growth. This might involve exploring various activities, identifying those that elicit a feeling of effortless engagement, and then consciously integrating those activities into our daily or weekly routines. Self-reflection is not a passive activity. It's an active process that requires consistent effort and attention. Regularly engaging in reflective practices, such as journaling, meditation, or mindful observation, can foster deeper self-awareness and facilitate personal growth. Through these practices, we gain a greater understanding of our thoughts, feelings, motivations, and behaviors, thereby empowering us to make more conscious choices and to navigate challenges more effectively. The insights gained from self-reflection can inform our goals, actions, and relationships, leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. The journey of personal growth is ultimately a journey of self-acceptance. It's about acknowledging and embracing all aspects of ourselves, our strengths, weaknesses, and vulnerabilities. It's about recognizing that our imperfections are part of what makes us human and unique. This does not mean complacency. Rather, it's about approaching our imperfections with kindness and understanding, learning from our mistakes, and continuously striving for self-improvement without being overly critical or judgmental. Self-acceptance is a cornerstone of resilience, enabling us to navigate life's inevitable challenges with greater strength and equanimity. Finally, cultivating gratitude is another essential element of the journey. Expressing gratitude for the positive aspects of our lives, for our relationships, and for the opportunities we have been given, fosters a more positive outlook and enhances our overall well-being. Regularly reflecting on the things we are grateful for shifts our focus away from negativity and towards appreciation, promoting a sense of contentment and enhancing our resilience in the face of adversity. This might involve keeping a gratitude journal, expressing appreciation to others, or simply taking time each day to reflect on the positive aspects of our experiences. The journey of self-discovery and personal growth is a lifelong endeavor, an ongoing process of learning, adapting, and evolving. It's a journey that requires courage, vulnerability, and a commitment to continuous self-improvement. It's a journey filled with challenges, setbacks, and triumphs. But it is ultimately a journey of profound self-discovery and transformation, leading to a richer, more meaningful, and fulfilling life. The rewards of this journey are immense: a deeper understanding of ourselves, stronger relationships, enhanced resilience, and a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment. It is a journey well worth undertaking. Embarking on the journey of self-discovery is akin to setting sail on uncharted waters. The destination is unknown, the currents unpredictable, but the voyage itself is rich with potential for growth and understanding. While the previous sections explored the philosophical and psychological underpinnings of identity and personal growth, this section provides practical tools and techniques to navigate this exciting and often challenging journey. These strategies are not magic bullets. They are instruments, tools to be wielded with intention and consistency. One of the most powerful tools for self-discovery is journaling. It's more than just recording daily events. It's a conversation with yourself, a space for unfiltered reflection and exploration. Start with simple prompts to get the ball rolling. For example, what are my core values? What brings me joy? What are my biggest fears, and why? What are my recurring patterns of behavior, and how do they impact my life? Don't censor yourself. Let your thoughts flow freely onto the page, even if they seem messy or illogical. The act of writing itself can unlock hidden insights and perspectives. Over time, you'll begin to notice recurring themes, patterns, and desires that illuminate your inner landscape. To deepen the reflective process, incorporate specific journaling exercises. One such exercise involves identifying a significant experience, a triumph, a failure, a moment of profound emotion, and then dissecting it. Consider the context, your thoughts and feelings at the time, your actions, and the consequences. What did you learn from this experience? What would you do differently next time? This focused reflection allows you to extract valuable lessons from both positive and negative experiences, transforming them into catalysts for personal growth. Another valuable exercise involves listing your strengths and weaknesses honestly. Avoid self-criticism. Instead, focus on identifying areas for improvement and devising strategies. Beyond journaling, Reflective exercises can take many forms. Consider mindfulness, meditation, a practice that cultivates present moment awareness. By focusing on your breath and sensory experiences, you quiet the mental chatter and create space for introspection. Mindfulness meditation not only reduces stress and anxiety, but also enhances self-awareness, allowing you to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Guided meditations, available through numerous apps and online resources, can be particularly helpful for beginners. Alternatively, you can engage in mindful walking or mindful eating, paying close attention to the sensations and experiences in the present moment. Self-assessment questionnaires, readily available online and in various self-help books, offer another avenue for self-discovery. These questionnaires explore diverse aspects of personality, values, and behaviors, providing quantitative data to complement your qualitative reflections. While the results shouldn't be taken as absolute truth, they can offer valuable insights and starting points for deeper exploration. For instance, personality tests like the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI, or the Enneagram can illuminate your preferred ways of thinking, feeling, and behaving, providing a framework for understanding your strengths and weaknesses. However, remember that these are tools for self-understanding, not definitive labels. In addition to formal self-assessment tools, you can create your own personalized assessments. Consider creating a list of your top 10 values and reflecting on how well your current actions align with those values. Are there any discrepancies? If so, what adjustments can you make to live more authentically? This exercise can be surprisingly revealing, highlighting areas where you might be compromising your values or neglecting aspects of yourself. Another personalized approach involves identifying your core beliefs, your fundamental assumptions about yourself, the world, and others. Are these beliefs empowering or limiting? Do they serve you well, or are they hindering your personal growth? Analyzing your core beliefs can illuminate deep-seated patterns of thinking that may be unconsciously shaping your behavior and experiences. Engaging in creative expression is another powerful method of self-discovery. Whether it's painting, writing poetry, playing music, or dancing, creative pursuits provide an outlet for emotions and ideas that may be difficult to articulate through words. The process of creating something, of bringing your inner world into tangible form, can be profoundly cathartic and insightful. Don't worry about the quality of your work. The focus should be on the process of self-expression, on allowing your creativity to flow freely. This artistic exploration can reveal hidden talents, passions, and aspects of your personality that you may not have been previously aware of. The exploration of your dreams can also provide a unique window into your subconscious mind. Dreams are often laden with symbolism and metaphor, offering clues to unresolved conflicts, hidden desires, and untapped potential. Keeping a dream journal and regularly reflecting on your dreams can illuminate recurring themes, emotions, and symbols, providing valuable insights into your unconscious mind and its influence on your waking life. Working with a therapist or dream analyst can enhance this process, providing expert guidance in interpreting the often cryptic language of dreams. Building strong relationships is also crucial to self-discovery. Meaningful connections with others provide valuable feedback, support, and different perspectives that enrich your understanding of yourself. Through sharing experiences and engaging in open and honest communication, you can gain insights into your own behavior and the impact you have on others. Seek out supportive individuals who encourage your growth and challenge you to grow in positive ways. Avoid toxic relationships that deplete your energy and hinder your self-discovery journey. Remember, self-discovery is a continuous, iterative process, not a destination. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to embrace both the light and the shadow within yourself. It is about ongoing learning, adjustment, and growth. There will be moments of clarity and insight, but also periods of confusion and uncertainty. Embrace the journey and trust in your ability to navigate its complexities. The rewards of self-discovery are deeper understanding of yourself, stronger relationships, enhanced resilience, and a greater sense of purpose are well worth the effort. The journey of self-discovery is a personal voyage. There is no single right way to approach it. Experiment with the techniques described above and discover the methods that resonate most deeply with you. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. The path to self-knowledge is a winding one, but it is a path of profound personal growth and transformation.